Moving along from that issue, we've seen some terrible unrest today in Ireland with riots following the stabbing of 5 people in Dublin, including 3 children, allegedly by an illegal immigrant. Police have not yet ruled out any motive, including whether it could be terror-related. Douglas, the politicians and police have condemned the riots and blamed hooligans and the far-right agitators, but you don't have to be far right to be pretty upset by what has occurred and the weak response from authorities.
Yes, I mean, the extraordinary demonisation of the public by these politicians and others is quite something. It's appalling watching people riot like this and burning down cars and buses, particularly in Dublin, where everyone has memory of that sort of thing happening in not too distant memory. Ireland, by the way, doesn't seem to be a country which needed a fresh ethno-religious conflict to be inserted into it. But there we go. The brilliance of the politicians of this generation have managed just that. Yes, the demonisation of the public reminds me of just so many times this has happened before. There was in Liverpool earlier this year a schoolgirl propositioned by an illegal migrant. Local parents who saw the footage of this happening, and there'd been another assault on a local girl. Local parents went to the local asylum centre and protested, and immediately had all of the press from London and everywhere else coming up saying far-right Nazis in Liverpool. I said, it isn't. Maybe there are some nasty elements in it, but mainly this is parents who don't like the sexual assaults of their daughters. You know, how about that as an explanation? And the same thing with people in Dublin. People in Dublin seem to be understandably irate at the random stabbing of civilians, including children, in the middle of the street in Dublin. And you know, the way in which the politicians keep trying to say all the people who object to this must be far right, etc., it is just a part of the problem, Rita. I mean, as you know, this has a result. If you keep dampening down public anger on these sorts of very basic issues, you know, rape of children, anti-stabbing of children. If you try to dampen down abhorrence for such things, what do you get? Well, across the continent, we got another reminder of what you get. You get parties elected to government, which were called far right only a few years ago. And now everyone's going to have to change their language because, like Geert Wilders in the Netherlands and like Giorgia Meloni in Italy, these people are coming to power. So maybe those scarers far right will stop having the effect that they had. I suspect they will.
Douglas Murray, thank you so much for your time this evening.
Great pleasure as always.